How to goal set properly. I really feel that goal setting is something that you really need to do. If you've got a big dream, for example, my dream, I mentioned in a couple of videos now, becoming a professional cyclist. Yeah, that's a dream, that's a goal. But if I was to just write dream, goal, become a professional cyclist, and have nothing else, just that little goal or dream to aim for, like I'm going to be able to get there. Like there's no steps on how to get there. So my tip for, well, there's going to be a couple. So my first tip for setting goals is think honestly about what goal it is, its level of achievability, like is it going to happen, is it possible to happen even if you commit? If it is, perfect. If not, still focusing on it, but it's just going to be a lot harder for you to achieve. It's going to be a lot more work, and you're going to have to be able to accept failure more, which is a good thing in my view, being able to accept failure. I might even do a video about that. But yeah, set your main goal, your main dream. Let's use goal because dream insists that it's not going to happen, or it's unlikely to happen, or it's too out of your control to achieve. So we're going to use goal. Write your goal down on a piece of paper, or just a scrap of paper or something, and then underneath, just start off really small, like really small. Getting bigger, just goals, intermediate goals you want to achieve, and put little dates by them, like little you hope to achieve them by this point. So for example, when I write a list every couple of months. When I do a big list of goals every season. So what I'd write at the top, want to become a professional cyclist, da 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 da. First step would be enter a race. Or if you haven't got a road bike, get a job to buy a road bike. Just something really easy, something that you can just tick off. Enter a race, doesn't cost much, just enter. And then next goal, win 4th cat race. And then race in 3rd cat. And just, they gradually get bigger and like focus on training. Then next one would be like buy a power meter, so I could train more effectively. And then once I've got a power meter, I could start setting goals like have a functional threshold of 350 watts. And these would all be set in realistic timescales. Don't kid yourself and be like your goal of, I don't know, I want to become a professional footballer. Timescale 1 year. That's never going to happen. You're just going to get beaten. Like, so much is going to happen that you can't control. But that year is never going to happen, even if you're the most talented person. So be realistic. Be like, I want to be a professional footballer. Maybe 2-3 years minimum. Maybe 4. So just write down something that's going to be achievable that is honest. This is a key to goal setting. Be honest. So once you've got that, just write your list of things to do. And just come back to them every couple of weeks and just see if you can tick one off. Or maybe you thought of a new one you want to add, or maybe you need to modify one. And just keep at it. And if you aim to tick off one goal every 1 week, every 2 weeks, just make them small and achievable so that you can tick them off, so you can see progress. Don't make them too big, like do a sub 20 minute 10 mile TT as your first goal. Because that's going to take months for you to achieve. And you're just going to be so disheartened because you're not seeing any progress. So make them achievable, make them small, but make a lot of them so you can tick them off and you can see progress. And that way, before you know it, you're going to be quarter of the way down your list, halfway down your list, 2/3 of the way down your list. And the next thing you know, you've achieved your goal. Maybe you haven't achieved your big goal of becoming a professional, but you've achieved like a big chunk of a goal to become it. Like you've got elite status, or you've got an FTP of 380 watts. And this is all stuff that is going to be a big contributor to your ability to achieve your goal. So if you just keep that in mind when you're setting out what you want to achieve, just keep it at hand. Don't hide it away. Just keep it, put it in your fridge, put it in your bedroom. I don't know, put it in your car. Just put it somewhere where you're going to see it all the time. Just remember it. Remember why you're doing it as well. That's the key. Under my main goal of becoming a professional, before I write my little list of things to achieve, I write why I want to become a professional cyclist, why I had this idea to begin with, why I want to do it so badly, my passions, and also how it's going to help me, how it's going to help other people. And then you just look over that every now and then, and that will just instantly just keep rekindling your passion and your drive, and you'll just want to keep doing it more and more. And just keep writing new goals. just all the time. And then that's just how you achieve goals. Like, compared to my friends, I get a lot of stuff done. Like, for me, a lot of it is exercise based or training based, cycling or rock climbing based. But I just write it down and I get it done because I want to get it done. I've written down why I can see that it's going to help me getting it done, and then I do it. Simple as. So, a while back, me and a couple of people from work, where I work, similar age to me, we joined a gym. Just because we wanted a beach bod, we wanted to get good for summer, so we did. Because of where we lived, I went to a different gym to a couple of others, and a couple of others went to another different gym. But we all shared training advice and tips. But the difference is, within a couple of months of us joining, I'd developed a lot more than some other people in our group, because I'd written down what I wanted to achieve. Like, I wanted to be lifting this much by then, I wanted to be this size by then, I wanted to be able to do this. I had goals. I had actual goals when I got to a gym, not just I wanted to pick heavy stuff up and put it back down again. Because if you do that, you're not going to develop, you're not going to get anything out of it. So just write down what you want to achieve, how you want to achieve it. And the key is why you want to achieve it. Don't do an empty goal. Don't do an empty dream that someone else has told you. Because what's the fun in that? What are you going to get out of that? And it's a lot of time and effort that you're going to be wasting. So goal setting is about finding the one thing you actually love, you actually want to do. The thing that you've always thought about doing but you never have quite got to do. Or you've been like, oh yeah, but that's just not the kind of person I can be. Or, oh, I'd love to do that, but. Just write it down. And then think, what are the small steps I can do to build up to this? Maybe not even to achieve it, just to get closer to it. And then once you get closer to it, you're like, oh shit, I can actually do this. I can actually do this big dream that I wanted to do. And then write a new list with small goals building up even further. And before you know it, you're going to be doing it, and you're going to be happy, and you're so passionate, and you're going to be able to tell people how you did it, and you're just going to thrive so much. So the good thing is that you've probably accepted now just to set some goals. That's all there is to it. Set some goals and then act on them is simply what this video could be boiled down to. It's just the way you go about them, and just remember what your goals are. Alright.